Acceptance over how one looks is not only for people like you who know they are relatively ugly. It turns out that insecurity about how we look is pretty common. Even attractive people feel ugly. And whilst you may say that someone who averages a score of 5 or 6 out of 10 knows nothing of ugliness, it doesn't lessen the angst they might feel. A person's self-image. A lot of people like to preserve their self-image. Who doesn't? Do not shame of it. It's your right. If you want to preserve your self-image, go for it. But make sure to be accountable, because accountability is the key here, guys. Being responsible, being accepting of who you are, no matter how hard it is, no matter how it's just not fair. It's life. You still have to be thankful of what you have. And this is coming from a good place. I just can't understand. If you feel shit about yourself, why act on it? If you feel fat and you don't want to be fat, why do you keep shoving hamburger on your fucking mouth? You know, these are the things that sometimes it's just like, I don't know if this is just a mental sickness. Is this, it's just too much for me sometimes. I know, guys, I ponder too much, but you know, I want to try to kind of like get something from it. Like, I want to know how they think. But anyways, each of us, as they've said, each of us, even attractive people, feel ugly. A person's self-image, part of their wider self-concept, and self-concept is something that I personally want to explore, because I feel like there are certain words thrown here and there, but we only get a glimpse of what it means. And we always kind of follow what it is famous for, or what it means famously on social media. But I want to know what self-concept means in a deeper scale. That's why it's going deep with IC. So it always won't match reality. So listen to this. A person's self-image, part of their wider self-concept, won't always match reality. So it's not uncommon for the 6 to think they are a 2, or for the 8 to think they are a 4. In fact, many people probably underrate their objective level of beauty quite considerably. So those who are more attractive don't necessarily have it much easier in the psychological department. Sure, other people may view them as more attractive than you, but they may suffer just like you on the inside. And this is very important, guys. I've always said this. Everyone struggles. At least for me, the moment I welcomed the thought that I am struggling right now, but I'm pretty sure there's a lot out there that are struggling the same way as me, and they're trying their best. The moment I understand that concept, the more it gets easier for me to handle things that are thrown my way. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I didn't get or lose my on something. I still do. I'm human. But I'm trying my best, because I know I don't want to be such an excuse. You know, people out there are struggling way, way, way harder than me. And for me to just rant on something that I can do something about it, that I can actually solve it, it just really feels weird for me to be too selfish to think that I'm the only person who struggles about this, and no one else would understand what it means to me. Of course we won't. We're not in your head. And that's the reason you have to express yourself. And without not knowing how to express yourself where people would understand where you're coming from, that's the problem that I think we are all facing in our life. The way we express it. Some people would find it negative and some people will find it positive. Now, the choice is yours. Where do you want to go from there? How about AI and filters? Oh my God, JQ, don't get me wrong. The first time I download TikTok, oh my God, I feel so beautiful. When you're looking, all the filters, right? Because I'm not really a social media person, and I personally don't like pictures. I don't like taking pictures, so I'm not really that. So I look at that. It's like, oh my God, I'm so beautiful. And then you took off the filter. I felt ugly. These little things, I don't think it's good. Personally, I don't think. But in a way, we have filters because it's for entertainment, it's for something. But I do have a problem when it's something for deceiving someone. If you're trying to present yourself that you're that AI filter, or like you are that, the embodiment of how you see yourself, then there's something wrong in your head. Because obviously that is not you. And if you think that's how you look like, then there's something wrong. So for me, AI filters, it could be done in a good way. It's just depend on how you use it. For me, I don't have anything wrong about it. Do whatever you want, as I've said. Do you boo-boo, But at the end of the day, just be accountable of the choices you make. Because if you keep putting filters out there, like with me, people think I'm tall. It's like I didn't filter how tall I am in the picture, but I don't know why I look tall. But in a sense, I would say it. I'm not like, yes, I'm tall. Like you should have seen me in person. I'm very, very tall. Then that's deceiving. Then that's you using the filters and AI for a bad, deceiving moment. So I don't like that part. Anything that is malicious, I don't like. Personal, okay? But I don't know. It's everyone's thoughts. Everyone has opinion, as if you didn't know about that, guys. So you can share yours as well. Beauty is just a construct, subjective to the beholder. Yes, yes. And always give power to that, guys. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. A person might tell you you're ugly. That's his preference. You're not going to be always everybody's cup of tea. Like me, I'll be probably like super horrible looking. For someone who's watching out there, I'm sorry if I exist and you think I'm ugly. I really am. I hate being treated like a kid, not an adult, or with any respect. Another one. This is one of the things that I feel each and every one of us will go through. When I was younger, like teenager, I really hated when they treat me like a kid. Like, I'm not a kid anymore. I'm 16. This is something of a mindset. You have to think of it inner. Rather than hating how you are being treated, find it in yourself. You don't want to be treated like a kid. You want to be treated like an adult. What's the first thing you should do? Act like an adult. Now, what's that mean? Now you talk about it. What does adult or being an adult is? And if you're an adult, then you know the answers of that. So it's all about mindset. And it's so easy for us to point. Well, we do that. Why are you this? Why are you that? How is this? La 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 la. But do we ever stop for a moment and ask ourselves, why did he treat me like that? Did I said something wrong? Did he misunderstood me? No, the context is gone. It's gone. And this is one of the things that, for me, as you can see, I'm very passionate about this topic because it's all mindset. If you don't want to be treated like a kid, act like an adult. And many of our elders talk about that with us. And I've told about that many times. So now, if someone tells me I'm acting like a kid, then I started to think why do you say so? Why? What did I do? Or if you are not ready for the answer, then that's the time to stop for a moment and analyze you. Analyze what's in you. What are you doing that makes other people treat you as such? So these are the things we have to be accountable for our own actions and not always blaming people around us. For me, that's how I see it. I think the movie The Matrix gave the best visuals for these concepts like Neo. Like Neo outside of the Matrix had no hair, but once plugged in, he had hair, and it was explained as his mental projection of self. See the deeper meaning. Matrix has been dig deep for a lot of meaning and process in life. That's why we have red pill, blue pill. There's a lot of meaning in it, and depend on who you're asking, they would see it in a different light. And that's what the beauty of life. That's what beauty of different minds. So if you're only going to stick with same people over and over again, I feel like you're not going to grow. So it's always nice to have a balance of disagreements, discussions, uncomfortableness, awkward talks. It's nice to know the truth. And it's nice to explore the truth, even if it hurts, especially if you have the opportunity to explore that world with people that share the same emotions, same feelings, and same intentions as you have. That's very powerful. So, I hope you guys have that wonderful life journey yourself as well. How you see yourself in your mind is not exactly how others see you on the inside. Exactly. For newer generation, this is my worry. I seen it more and more. I come from a place where our elders teach us a lot of wisdom. I don't see it much anymore. I understand being a teenager or being young, you get to a point where you're invincible. You know all the things. You don't have to be taught because you know everything. But once you reach 25, 30, and you can't still accept criticism, you can't accept elders' wisdom passed on you because you think it comes from animosity, then that's on you. You have too much baggages. Go on the island and... Okay, too brutal, Ayan. I behave na. I behave. I really do appreciate you guys. Sometimes I can be harsh. Like sometimes I could be straight to the point. I actually understand that I could be misunderstood by how I say it. And I really, and this is coming from the bottom of my heart, I really do appreciate that you are actually taking time to really hear me out and try to let me practice how I express myself. At the same time, listening to you guys' stories is such a wonderful, wonderful thing for me that I never even expected that it would impacted my life as such. I do appreciate you guys for understanding and letting me be who I am. It's such a wonderful feeling, and that's the feeling I want to share with everyone. It's going to be fine. You just have to love yourself, find the skill to how to express yourself in a way, and people that will totally understand you and really gonna be there for you authentically, not because of all the the hang-ups or the whatever hoo-ha. You'll find it, and it's a very sublime feeling to be in a position where I am right now. So if there's anything I can do to share how I do it, to share how I reach it, or not that I'm saying I'm done, I'm still processing all these things with you guys. I want us, all of us, to have that brainstorming of how we are going to process life and be in a place where we will find happiness. So that's kind of like what I really want for my channel. I'm corny, pero sometimes I get too emotional and I let that emotion flow and I'm liking it. Like slowly and surely I'm trying to get out of that comfort zone where I'm always guarded. I'm always like, no, not thinking or not listening. I like this, and I hope I can interest you in doing that and practicing it with me. And Icy, you are very beautiful in your outfit. Ooh la la, arigato. Icy sing in the shower is creating all kinds of wonderful thoughts in my head. Good, I like that. Keep that wonderful thoughts in your head, just in your head, okay? I'm gonna auction sell Icy's clothes. I bet there's... Ooh la la. Stains are a higher price. Ah! Gross! JQ, you're grossing me out. I don't want to puke. You're gonna make me puke. Oh my goodness. Ooh la la.